Welcome back, guys, to another episode of this walkthrough. We're going to get right into it. We have a lot planned. We're going to take out some bosses in this episode. A lot of good stuff in this episode. We're also going to get some new armor by the end of this episode, so let's get right into it. So first up, we're going to go get the scaled armor set. So we left off, we were at Ronnie's Tower. We're going to head down here. Come to War Master Shack. We can just mark this little marker over there. We're going to go get the scaled armor. It's pretty crazy how much we got through in the prep in this one. So we're going to see if we can all get it all in here, if we don't die at all or any surprises, but I think we'll be fine. So let's see. Let's check. Let me see what we got. All right. So yeah, just head over this way where we put that marker. Gonna be some wolves that fall from the sky. Or not. Maybe we avoided the wolves. Yeah, maybe we avoided the wolves. There'll be a red marker on the ground right here. And we're just going to go in and fight this guy. I think you'll be fine. You have a level 9 weapon. I think you'll be fine. And we're going to buff our weapon. Hits pretty hard though, that's for sure. He's dead. Nope, nope. I'm dead. I'm barely alive. There we go. Gotta love the Bloodhound's Fang. I would have been pretty mad if I would have lost that guy. Because I just destroyed him in the prep. So right now we can't really wear any of this because we don't have the endurance for it yet. But don't worry, that will come in soon. That will come very soon. So after that, we're gonna go get the second invader real quick while we're at it. The reason why is because, I mean, you don't have to do this. I'm doing this because if you want the bull goat armor, you want the raging wolf armor, that way you have the option to get it. It's up to you though. You don't have to go get it. It's up to you. I just wanted to advance these little side quests. That way, if you want these armors, because they are pretty cool and they're pretty useful, you have the option to get them. So go back to Volcano Manor, churn in that request. Basically, just go talk to him.
So, then I shall introduce banal recusants. Why not add some? You've come to take the recuse to raise we recuse. All you can do. Well.
Okay, so apparently you do have to talk to Tanith. I didn't think you had to talk to Tanith, but apparently you do. So, talk to Tanith. She's the one in the chair right here.
Did you read that is the task? You will be compensated if you are loath, but you must leave this. This is a war. We have no place. You've complied. This is your.
She'll give you that.
Never forget. The way is. It is the truth.
Now there should be a letter on the table. There it is. And then we can go mark that one. So mark that. How we get down there, pretty easy. Just go to the Atlas Plateau. And we'll just ride down there and get it. And the second one is a lot easier than the first even. The second one mainly just shoots bows. Or a crossbow, I think? Yeah, crossbow. just ride close to the edge right here, and you'll come up on this, one of these rocks you can jump down. I think it's this one right here. Yep. A little bit of fall damage, but you'll be fine. There'll be some giant crabs that pop up here in the lake. Just keep riding through. There'll be a ghostly horse knight right there. Just ignore him. Once you jump up here, he won't follow you. And our sign should be right here. I didn't get to buff my weapon. What do you think about healing? There we go. Nothing too hard there. And after we get that, just head back to the round table. And this time talk to Tanith first.
I see here is your usual. Now.
A pretty good blade. But I mean, it's if you like katanas and whatnot, I don't know. It's not the greatest blade, but yeah, if you collect blades, you know, now you have it.
Look at you. I knew you had. Take this.
That's the one we wanted. That's the Raging Wolf armor. So now we have that to be able to get the Raging Wolf later on. And also, while we're doing this, we're going to go get patches real quick, because we haven't done Murkwater Cave yet. So we'll go do that. Patches is down here, and we'll also be invaded by that one invader with the Reduvia. We'll knock out that real quick. And the Reduvia is actually a really good side weapon to have. It's light, so it could work with really any build. And it also has a Ash of War that takes out percentages of blood on enemies. So it's like if an enemy has a certain percentage of health, it takes out a certain percentage with its attack. It's pretty cool. It's a nice one to have. I've used it on my arcane build, and it was really, really fun. Just keep riding down here. You will get kicked off your horse. Right about here. And he'll come running. Now, if you can like have Yura come and help you, Yura will come to your rescue on this fight. But we're just going to take him out. And that will give you your Reduvia. We're going to run into Murkwater Cave over here. This is Patch's cave. Sneak through the side right and you won't have the alarm go. You won't have to deal with a bunch of enemies that way. I mean, it's not like you'll have problems with the enemies. It's just a nuisance at this point, you know. Come into Patch's little cave, loot his little chest right here. And then Patches will be like, dude, you just robbed me. I'm going to try kicking your ass. And little does he know we have a level 9 weapon, so just be careful. It only takes 2 hits. 1. Wow. Stop it, Patches. I don't want to riposte him because that's going to be a bad deal. It only takes 2 good hits. If I would have riposted, he would have been dead. We don't want to kill Patches. We want Patches.
Finally come round, have you? I knew you would. You're a man of reason. True and true. Well, what do you... Now, how did I took you for an innocent... water... A true man. I'm Patches, Tarnished, like you. Only for now, in exchange for my... Honestly, frankly. So don't be... I'll be ready to...
So Patches,
Don't forget, I'll be ready to weep.
he's going to go to Volcano Manor. So now you can go back to Volcano Manor. He'll be there. And Patches is who you need to keep alive because he gives you the request to the Bull Goat armor. So it's worth keeping Patches alive because, like I said, the Bull Goat armor is one of the best armors in the game. Has such good poise. Patches is right out here, right where you entered Volcano Manor. Patches must be like an antisocial person because he's never around people. He's always in very secluded places by himself. Purchase. We're going to purchase a few things from Patches. We're going to purchase the gold feet. We're also going to purchase the recipe to it as well. And honestly, well, we don't really need a stone sword key right now, but we don't want to lose Patches later, so we'll buy the stone sword key right now.
Cheers for that.
And then run through Patches' dialogue. He'll give you the letter to the Bull Goat armor. And that's what we needed. So now since that's all good, Murkwater Cave, Patches Volcano Manor, gold pickled feet. Okay, so I'm going to put the gold pickled feet right here. We will pop those when we kill like a big boss. That way we get a little bit more runes. And you can actually wait to pop them until you kill the boss, because the boss usually dies, and then there's like 20 seconds that goes by, or 15 to 20 seconds, and then you get your runes usually. So you have enough time to pop one of those. Plenty of time. So you can actually wait till the very last minute. We're going to go back here. So right now we're going to go right back here in this room, the wall right here, right where that night bloodhounds or the snails were. We're going to go in there. We're going to just use a torch just so we don't have to deal with snails. Follow that back. And then you can turn your lantern on and take the torch off and go back to your blade, buff your blade, and lock onto him, or well, sneak up to him, I guess. Lock onto him, sneak up, and just use the Bloodhound's Knight L2 technique. We'll get that, and that will give us our Bloodhound Claws to give us Bloodhound Step. So apply those in your setting right beside your sword, so you can quickly switch to these. So you have your Bloodhound's Fang, those right there. Take off your shield, you won't need that for right now. And that should be what your setup is right now. Alright, and with that, kill Bloodhound's Knight for a step. Alright, so now we gotta go down here, pick up more knives from our favorite merchant. feel like we need to name this merchant. He's the best merchant in the game, I think, and he needs a name. Just pick up more Kirky. We're going to grab like 22. There we go. Now those are stacked up. Remember, I have those in my pouch so I can quickly chuck them out to like finish off bosses if I need to. And then let's take off some of those map markers because we got a mess going on. And go to, after that, buy more knives. We're going to go start off, kill bosses. So go to the Stormhill Shack, and we're going to go kill Margit. And now the fun begins, guys. The prep is basically done. Now we get to play the actual game. Just ride up this path. You're going to want to stick to the left-hand side to avoid being shot with arrows and whatnot. I wish they would have done like a little mini castle before Margit. Like, I feel like that would be a cool thing to have. And I wonder why they didn't do that. Like, it's just the first boss is like Margit. Like, they should have like a castle, like a mini castle, and then Margit, and then, you know, Stormveil Castle and Godrick. Like, that's what I feel like. We're not going to use... You can summon Sorcerer Rajir for this fight. We're not going to, though. We're going to just destroy this fight with the setup that we have. So, before you go in, buff... Have that ready to go. You can take your flask. And then have that ready so when Margit pops out, we'll watch the cutscenes. Why not? Why not watch the cutscenes?
In search of the Elden
I think the cutscenes are badass in this game.
Emboldened by the flame of ambition. Someone must extinguish
Thy flame.
Let it be Margit the Fell.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnished.
And that's Margit. That gives us our second talisman pouch. So we can apply our Source Seal now into this.
Smoldering with thy meager flame. Cower in fear.
Kill Margit, level Endurance, and Source Seal. Take our Endurance to 16. And then run up to Stormveil Castle. Now you're going to get to witness why we got the Bloodhound's Step. Get the Grace. Go talk to...
Come over. It's tightly guarded. The guards, you'll breach the...
Tell him no, I'll use the main gate.
Fair enough. Well, but of course.
And then run back to the main gate. He will signal it to open. Apply your Bloodhound's Fang, or not your Bloodhound's Fang, your Bloodhound's step weapon, the claws, the Bloodhound claws. And we're gonna just Start zooming all through. And stick to the right-hand side. Run up through here. We're going to get the Divine Tower Grace first. Just run back here. Replenish your mana. Actually, I'm going to rest at the Grace too. Get full flasks. When you come out of here, we're going to stay to the right-hand side. Up here. Stay to the right-hand side up here. And get this Grace. Then you can rest. Get the golden seed back here. And we are at Godrick already. Okay, so let's take on Godrick. We're gonna buff out here. And we're gonna have that set to go. And we're gonna go on in.
Mighty dragon, thou the true-born heir. Lend me thy strength, O.
I think the music is one of the coolest music in this boss battle. I think this boss battle is some of the coolest music in the game.
Well,
Radahn's is also like one of my favorite tracks in the game too. If not my favorite, besides like the theme song to the game.
plain as a lord. I command thee, kneel. I am the lord of all that is golden.
Are you sure about that? My fanged imps and me have something to say about that. It's such a weird cutscene. He cuts off his arm so he can shove it into a dragon. Like, only Mikazaki.
Truest of dragons. Lend me thy strength.
Such good voice acting. We're not going to pop a gold pickled falfa for this fight because it's only 20,000 runes. But you see how much time we have left. We could literally pop one while he's talking. So, yeah. Alright. That gives us Godrick's great rune. Once we got that, killed Godrick. Alright, so once we got that, we're going to go to the mausoleum down here. We're going to go duplicate these. I find it really weird, and I wonder if there's lore behind it. Like, there's only mausoleums in Limgrave, Lernia, the mountaintops of the giants, and then the underground Deeproot Depths. Like, there's none on Caelid. There's none on the Atlas Plateau either. Like, it's just interesting, like, why so many areas just don't have these things. I want to know the lore behind it. I'm sure there's some type of lore. Come on, mister. There we go. I bet these things have pretty cool lore behind them. Duplicate that. And then we're going to use both those. Oops. And then we're going to go back to a grace. And we're going to level Vigor to 28 and level Endurance to 18. And I'm missing a few runes. I'm going to pop some great runes here. That should be enough. Not quite. There we go. 28 and 18. All right. And then let's head to the Divine Tower, the grace that we got before we killed Godrick. Head to that Divine Tower Great Bridge. Run up here. You can get the Talisman. You can use your Bloodhound Step on these, because there's going to be giants that spawn out here. And you can just zoom right by them with these on. Good old Bloodhound Step. We're going to wait for this guy to shoot. Use the teleporter. I think the Divine Towers are one of the coolest things about this game. They kind of remind me of the giant towers from Zelda Breath of the Wild, which were really cool. In that game, you had to find those towers to show different parts of the map, and it was just kind of a cool aspect in that game. I hope they do more like with the DLC with these Divine Towers, because I kind of feel like there could just be more they could do with these things. Speaking of DLC, I bet you we're going to get DLC this fall. Come November, I think we're going to get DLC. People are saying, oh, that's too early, but if you look back at the other Souls games, every Souls game that released in the beginning of the year had a DLC that came out later that fall. Every single Souls game. So I think we're going to get DLC this November or December, like closer to Christmas. I think we're going to get DLC. It might not be a big DLC, but I think it will be something, though. Run up here, restore that rune, and then teleport back to the Grace. And then activate your Great Rune. Or actually, well, don't do that yet. Don't do that yet. Let's apply the Great Rune first. Great Rune. I still think Godrick's Great Rune is the best rune in the game. The Great Rune in the game. Radahn's is also good because it gives you a lot of HP. But Godrick's, you just can't pass up 40 points. It literally gives you 5 points to every attribute, which there's 8 attributes, so it gives you 40 points just for free whenever you have a rune arc active. So you just can't pass that up. It's the best one in the game, that no doubt about it. Pop a rune arc. And now we can put on some of that cool armor that we got. So the scaled armor, it's one of the best armors in the game. It has great damage negation, great immunities, great robustness, great poise. It's one of my favorites, and it's the armor I chose for most of this walkthrough because of that. So you should be able to wear everything except the helm. The helm will put you into heavy load, but it's not a big deal. And plus, I actually kind of think it looks cool with the samurai on there. I think it's just a cool style. Cool little samurai mixture there with the knight. But yeah, that's the scaled armor set. So we're looking good. Our stats, we're already at level 49, just about 50, after killing Godrick. We're going to be going on to Radahn probably next, because we want to kill Radahn for the runes. And then our vigor is almost at 40 already. Our endurance is already at 30 with the Great Rune almost. And then our strength and intelligence is all good. We have a level 9 weapon, so we're getting 581 on our armament, on our Bloodhound's Fang, which is crazy at this point in the game. And we have enough faith in Arcane to run some incantations and whatnot. I mean, this is honestly a very, very good setup, especially for this point in the game. So with that, guys, stay tuned. Another episode coming soon.